Hey everyone, and welcome. If you're a self-ship seller on Amazon, you already know how frustrating returns can be. But what happens when those returns go wrong? Well, today, we are going to break down Amazon's reimbursement policy and show you how to get the money you're owed.
Does this sound all too familiar? A customer gets a refund, but the item you get back is broken or swapped for a fake, or even worse, it just never shows up at all. It's a massive headache for sellers, and yeah, it hits your bottom line hard.
But here's the good news. Amazon actually has a specific policy for these exact situations, and if you follow the rules to the letter, you can get reimbursed for those losses. The trick is just knowing how the game is played. So it really all boils down to this. Every single return problem you'll face falls into one of two big buckets. Either the item is lost in transit, or it comes back damaged or wrong. Figuring out which category your problem fits into, that is the absolute first and most important step.
And you'll notice the action you need to take is completely different for each. If an item gets lost on its way back to you, Amazon often steps in and handles it automatically. But if you get back a damaged or fraudulent return, the burden is 100% on you to file a claim and, more importantly, provide proof. So let's break down that lost item scenario first.
Okay, so let's paint a picture. A customer gets their refund, Amazon arranges for the return pickup, but it never actually gets back to your warehouse. It's just gone. Poof. Vanished. What happens next?
Well, Amazon has this sort of internal clock ticking away. The moment that customer is refunded, the countdown starts. If 30 days go by and that package still isn't back in your hands, Amazon's system flags it. From there, they're supposed to automatically reimburse you within 50 days of that original refund date. So for those first 50 days, it's pretty much a waiting game.
Now, before we even talk about how much you get back, we have to understand this key term, fair market value, or FMV. And this is crucial. This is not your selling price. It's a number that Amazon calculates based on recent sales, what's happening in the category, and other trends. That FMV is the starting point for everything. Let's just walk through a really quick example. Let's say your lost item sells for 1,200 rupees, but based on all that market data, Amazon sets its fair market value at 1,000 rupees.
Okay, so starting with that 1,000 rupees, Amazon is then going to deduct all the fees from the original sale. We're talking their commission, any self-ship fees, the whole shebang.
And for our little example here, let's just say those fees add up to a neat 200 rupees. So here's the final math. You take the fair market value of 1,000, you subtract the 200 in fees, and boom, your final reimbursement that gets credited to your account is 800 rupees. But you know how it is. Things don't always go that smoothly. What happens if day 50 rolls around and there's still no money in your account? Or what if the tracking info says delivered, but the package is nowhere in sight? This is where you have to stop waiting and start taking action. Right, for these specific cases, you have to file what's called a manual safety claim. And look at these deadlines, they are incredibly tight. If the tracking says it was delivered but you don't have it, you get just 15 days. If that automatic payment fails to show up, you have this tiny window between day 50 and day 75 to file your claim. You absolutely cannot miss these windows. All right, let's switch gears to the second scenario, which, let's be honest, is often way more frustrating. This is when the return does show up, but it's busted, it's the wrong item, or maybe it's just an empty box. In these situations, there is no automatic reimbursement. It is all on you. Your proof is everything. And this covers a whole range of problems. We're talking about everything from a genuinely broken product that's now unsellable to straight-up fraud, like the classic switcheroo, where a customer sends back their old busted item instead of the new one you sent them. All of these things make you eligible for a claim. And here it is. This might be the most important number in this entire process. You have just 15 days. That's it. From the moment you receive that faulty return to file your safety claim. This is a hard, non-negotiable deadline. You miss it, you lose your money. Simple as that. So what do you actually need to file? Amazon is a real stickler for the details here. You absolutely must provide clear photos of the item that show the damage or prove it's the wrong product. You also need a crystal clear photo of the return shipping label where the order ID is visible. And if multiple items came back, you need to get them all in a single picture. Without this photo proof, your claim is dead on arrival. Now, the good news is that filing the claim itself is pretty simple. You just hop into Seller Central, go to Manage Returns, find the right order ID, and you'll see a button to File Safety Claim. From there, it's just a matter of explaining what happened and uploading those all-important photos.
Okay, before you go rushing off to file a claim for every little thing, it is so important to understand the fine print. Not every order and not every product category is even eligible. Knowing the exceptions up front is going to save you a ton of time and, let's face it, a lot of frustration.
First off, safety claims are a no-go for any order over 25,000 rupees. On top of that, entire categories like furniture, jewelry, and musical instruments are just flat-out excluded. And minor stuff, like if only the box is damaged or a product seal is broken but it's otherwise fine, nope, not eligible. Always check this list first.
And just to show you how strict these rules can get, just look at the requirements for a category like jewelry. For any issue, they demand video proof of you packing the item and a video of you unboxing the return. They might even ask for CCTV footage of your packing station. It just goes to show how seriously they take proof, especially for high-value stuff.
Okay, we have covered a lot of ground, so let's boil all of this down into a super clear, actionable plan that you can start using for your business, like today.
Here it is, your cheat sheet. First, remember this whole policy only applies to self-ship orders where Amazon is the one handling the return pickup. For a lost item, you've got to be patient and wait up to 15 days for that automatic payment. For a damaged or wrong item, you have to act fast. You've got 15 days to file a claim with your photo proof. And never, ever forget, your reimbursement is based on that fair market value, not your selling price, and some categories are just off limits.
So I'll leave you with this one question to think about. When you look at how you handle returns right now, is your process truly bulletproof? Do you have a system in place to track those timelines and to take the photos you need every single time? Because having a rock-solid process is the only way you're going to get your money back every time.